Not all headaches are the same headache. The dull pressure after a long day at your desk and the headache that makes you want to hide in a dark room are completely different mechanisms happening inside your skull. Today, we're breaking down 6 distinct types of headaches, what's actually causing each one, and how to tell them apart. Let's start with the one almost everyone has felt at some point: tension headache. It feels like a tight band squeezing around your whole head, usually a dull, constant pressure rather than a sharp pain. The cause is exactly what it sounds like: sustained muscle tension in your scalp, neck, and shoulders, often triggered by stress, poor posture, or hours locked in one position staring at a screen. It's the most common headache type by far and usually responds well to simple things: stretching, moving around, and just breaking the posture that caused it in the first place. Next, one that gets seriously underestimated by anyone who's never had one:
migraine. This isn't just a bad headache, it's a distinct neurological event, often one-sided, throbbing, and frequently paired with nausea, light sensitivity, or visual disturbances called an aura. What's happening involves waves of altered activity spreading across the brain, along with changes in blood vessels and nerve signaling that a regular headache never involves. Triggers vary wildly by person. Certain foods, hormonal shifts, sleep changes, even weather, which is part of why migraines are so hard to predict and manage. Number 3 is rare, but it's often described as the most severe pain a person can experience: cluster headache. Sharp, burning pain concentrated intensely around one eye, often striking at the same time each day for weeks, then vanishing completely for months. They're sometimes called suicide headaches because of how severe the pain gets.
What's likely happening involves your hypothalamus, the brain region that regulates your internal clock, which is why the attacks cluster with such eerie daily precision. It's far less common than migraines or tension headaches, but far more intense when it hits. Fourth is one that gets overdiagnosed constantly because it's easy to confuse with something else: sinus headache. Pressure and pain around your forehead, cheeks, and eyes, usually tied to actual sinus inflammation or congestion, meaning you'd typically also have other cold or allergy symptoms alongside it. Here's the catch: studies have found that a large percentage of headaches people self-diagnose as sinus headaches are actually migraines with facial pressure, misread as a sinus problem simply because of where the pain sits. A true sinus headache should improve once the underlying congestion clears. Number 5 is the strange one, caused by the exact thing meant to treat it:
Rebound headache, also called medication-overuse headache. If you take pain relievers frequently enough, your brain's pain signaling system actually adapts to expect them, and when the medication wears off, it triggers a new headache as a kind of withdrawal response. This creates a frustrating loop: headache, medication, relief, then another headache sooner than expected, prompting more medication. The only real fix is breaking the cycle entirely, which often means a rough few days before it gets better. And finally, the one that's actually a warning sign worth taking seriously: hypertension headache, caused by dangerously elevated blood pressure. It typically presents as a pulsing pain on both sides of the head, often paired with vision changes or a sensation of pressure behind the eyes. Unlike most headaches on this list, this one isn't just uncomfortable. It can be a signal of a genuine medical emergency, especially if it comes on suddenly and severely.
If a headache is unlike anything you've felt before, that's exactly when it's worth taking seriously rather than waiting it out. 6 headaches, 6 different mechanisms, and 6 different reasons your skull might be sending out an alarm. Most are harmless and self-limiting. A few are worth watching closely, and one is worth calling a doctor over. Which one do you get most often? Tell us in the comments, and remember, this is general information, not a diagnosis. Subscribe, there's more nobody's telling you.